gonna put your gambling habits on the internet, but I guess I am now.
No, I'm not like throwing away my life savings. I'm just winning some side money. I'm not giving away my strategy.
Are you feeling
That's
better?
not that's not going on a recording.
Your strategy's not going on recording,
Yeah.
no?
Mm-mm.
It's nothing to do with your like hacking,
No. No, nothing, no cheating. I
no
don't
cheating.
cheat. No, I respect the slot machines.
The online digital slot machine community, I
I couldn't
understand.
even say that without laughing.
I respect the slot machines. Yeah, so there's no real full-blown episode today, boys. It's an update episode. But I also realized the reason I did it this way, well, I did see an update that I kind of wanted to talk about, but I also realized that 2 days ago was our 2 year dropping public episodes anniversary of the show. Isn't that nice?
Wait, dropping public. What does that mean?
Well, we started dropping them on Patreon first, and then six
We've
months
been
later
doing
was
this longer than 2 years?
2.5 years. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Time flies, eh?
Yeah. Good lord.
Good Lord. What have I been doing with my life?
No, I just having fun, pal.
I know Rick looks at this like hipster entertainment where it's only to him. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
What do you mean?
Like you get to be like live in front of like a guy who tells you a story and you get to interact with it.
Oh,
Not like a
yeah, yeah.
podcast. It's like it's
No,
very
actually,
personalized, something that you get to do, only you get to do. So
it's
kind
kind
of
of
cool.
crazy because like I'm hoping that at some point here, maybe another 2 years, that we stop posting it online and we don't make this public. And then I can just come here 1 hour a week and vent and bitch about work. And then you guys are under like strict orders where you can't tell anyone.
Strict orders from.
Just like that's the rules. So that's where we're headed.
Those are
That's the crescendo. We start at true crime and you end up as my therapist.
We have to listen. In 2 years, Rick will be overlord of the world and the economy because he figured out gambling. So we will have to listen to his direct orders.
Can you guys still be my friends? I order you to be my friends and listen to me bitch about my life. I'll be your friend. You can still bitch about your life. You don't have to order me to.
No, I don't really have anything. I'm thinking in 2 years I'm gonna have a lot more to bitch about. I'm just guessing. Yeah.
My algorithm says
Yeah.
that's fun. Well, yeah, guess how many episodes we've popped out in those 2 years?
More than 7.
More than 7. Yeah, you're right on that.
8.
Ooh, getting closer.
What do you think it's exactly 8?
He said more than 7. My price is right at it.
That's your guesses. You guys are not gonna try and guess for real. Like, do you think 7 or
120.
8? It could be 120 if we divided them into reasonable amounts of time, for sure.
100, 119.
No, it's 81, which is a
Oh,
lot.
I could have swore we hit the hundreds.
We're not at hundreds. Between unethical and this, I've done 100 probably. I've written 100. That's pretty good. 81's good for 2 years if we're supposed to do them every 2 weeks and we're cracking out some episodes. It's pretty good. I just want to thank everyone that listens. You know what I mean? That's awesome. The people listen to this shit. It's probably for Rick. They're waiting for him to give out his gambling secrets.
Actually, we're gonna call attention to me. I was thinking about this. This is the first time I'm drinking a liquid death while we're recording. And
Okay.
if Liquid Death is listening, since we have so many numbers, if you guys want to send me some free cases of the Armless Palmer, this shit is fucking delicious. This is my new addiction.
I've always wondered what liquid death is. Is it it's just water, right?
They do different stuff now. Now it's just a brand name, but for a while it was like water or seltzer water. But this is kind of like an Arnold Palmer, but instead they have agave in it, and it's nice. It doesn't like hit as hard as a Palmer.
Liquid death just doesn't sound like a thing you should want to consume. It's just it's boiled shit. It's my favorite kind of chips.
But if they're good,
Like,
awesome boiled shit.
I had a guy whose application I was reviewing at work, mind you, to be a truck driver, and his email was accident prone something number at gmail.com.
Yeah, and you're like, you're perfect.
Like, why
Hired.
what possible reasoning? I had another guy, this guy we weren't hiring, but we hired him to do like to escort a load, like you drive like next to it with like lights and stuff. And his email was master of death 111 at Yahoo.
And did you hire them both?
Yeah, that's where my question is going.
No, not the first guy, but the other guy I hired. I didn't know that was his email till afterwards. So Paid him like $500 for that, I think.
You know that other guy's email. Please send him an email and say, listen to Private Dicks. Everyone should go tell everyone to listen to Private Dicks or go rate it. If you haven't rated it yet, go rate and review because there's not a lot of that, but there's quite a few listeners that I know haven't rated. It'd be awesome. Please do it because one day I'd like to quit my job and just do this. It'd be a lot better than my job.
Wait. If we get a lot of ratings, you quit your job?
If we get a lot of ratings, then I'm making our own Patreon, and yeah, I'll quit my job. Yeah.
Damn. How many ratings do we have to get to for you to quit your job?
It's not just ratings. As soon as I see like, I don't know, let's say 200 ratings, I'll say fuck the unethical Patreon. I'll make our own, and then after that, we'll see where it goes from there. How much money do we have to make a month? Let's try and equal what I make now. So, let's say everybody does $10. We'd have to probably get 600 patrons. So
That's it?
yeah,
Oh.
a month. That'd be about equal what I
I
make
mean,
now.
that's wild still, but at the same time, like that surprises me that that's all you'd need to.
If you do $10 a month, 6,000 a month, that's basically what I make now, like
Yeah.
cleared.
Hmm.
It would be a little
It'd be
less
cool if
after
like
taxes and
I'm
stuff.
always doing stupid shit like building things that make no sense and then not finishing my projects. I feel like it would be some motivation if I got a Patreon and showed people this shit, but I just never want to be like when I'm working on something, like tinkering with something, soldering, fixing something, the last thing I want to fucking do while I'm doing this tedious, annoying thing is record it from like 4 different angles.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. That's why I don't do video.
That's the type of shit where I'm like, I could make money off this if I wanted to make my life a living fucking hell.
This sounds
Yeah.
like your gambling conversation again.
Liquid Death is just so good. You
Liquid
guys-
Death. This episode is sponsored by Liquid Death.
An elite team of private detectives.
What if balloons are aliens? Maybe that's the key component we're missing.
Cover-ups.
John's guilty.
Mysteries that need to be solved.
Maybe Mormons need mountains.
Richard, shut up.
The reason I kind of made this into like a happy anniversary to us episode is because the update is perfectly fitting. It's an Amelia Earhart update.
I actually saw this.
You know, it's so funny. Oh, I was gonna guess that that's what it was as a joke.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Yeah, and you saw this? Yeah, I was gonna ask if you guys saw it. Did you?
And
did.
they're full of shit
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. We'll talk
because
about
I
that.
solved it already. So
Did you see this, Rick or RJ? Sorry.
No.
way. Well, that's what it is. So we'll talk a little bit about Amelia. They say that they potentially think they found her plane in the bottom of the Atlantic or Pacific, about 4,780 meters below the waters, the bottom of the ocean, just 160 kilometers west of Howland Island. I don't know if you guys remember any of that episode. That was a couple of years ago now. Probably not. Do you guys remember any of that episode?
No.
bits and pieces, but
Yeah, I bet you when I say a few things, they like crashed between refueling stops across the Howland Island was like the next place they were supposed to stop. And it wasn't just Amelia, it was Fred Noonan too. He always everyone always says Amelia, but there was a dude there too who died with her or whatever happened. At the time of the disappearance, remember we talked about this too. The US Navy looked for them for 16 days, declaring them dead after that. Remember you're all blown away, Rick, that they would send the Navy to actually like look for some chick who wanted to fly around.
well, no, it wasn't it the president ordered the Navy
Yeah.
to go like,
Yeah.
that was
The reserves. They sent them all the reserve or the
Yeah.
sorry, not what's what your National Guard or whatever. What do you guys call that? The ship one.
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, that's what it is.
Yeah, they for sure were not busy. It's fine.
Yeah, they're sitting around. It was just after World War II. They didn't care. Or just before World War II. Well, actually, World War II was going on, I think. It was 1939.
There's no fucking way that like even if like shit was hitting the fan that anybody has ever said, "Oh my God, we need the Coast Guard." All of this hinges on the Coast Guard.
That's true. I think you're right about that. I can't think of the only time maybe like no, not even. I was gonna say like a hurricane or something like, man, they got FEMA or some shit. They're not saying Coast Guard, can we come help? They're like, no, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Go drink, you sailor. You'll be fine.
I mean, they're just like the army version of lifeguards.
Do you know anybody that's in the Coast Guard?
No, that's probably why I'm so brash about shitting on them.
I don't know anybody either, so fuck the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, military people. My God, I know it's very important. Jesus, we joke.
I'm not. If we say bad things about the military and you're in it and you're upset about it, I need you to do something about it.
Okay.
Write in, threaten me. I don't care.
Uh, sure. Why not? Fuck the Coast Guard. Fuck everyone. Yeah, fuck the world. Let it burn.
I mean, I just meant specifically the military.
Nah,
But
fuck
okay.
the whole military. Fuck everyone.
Wait, way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, they never found her. And it's really kind of been a mystery. There's a whole bunch of different theories we laid out last time. But on January 27th, today's the 5th, so that was a week ago now. Former pilot and U.S. Air Force intelligence officer and current Deep Sea Vision CEO, Deep Sea Vision, my company. His name's Tony Romero and his brother Floyd. So they just said and his brother Floyd, which I found funny.
Doesn't that kind of remind you, like just the genre of name remind you of that submarine that went missing?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the first
it
thing I
does.
thought of. I'm like,
Is it the exact? Is it the same company?
It is not, but I'm
Oh, okay.
hoping, crossing my fingers, that they do an expedition with people to go look for it. But yeah, what they do, they release some sonar images of what they're calling Amelia's Lockheed 10E Electra. Now, I just want to show you guys real quick the images that they released. Rick already saw it, but just give me 1 second, and you guys are gonna crack up because this fucking made me die. Okay, you see this the little fucking orange thing here?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they released. Like, we found it, guys. Isn't that fucking stupid? It's like,
How would you even begin to verify that?
okay, I want Rick, let's see if you can describe that for the listening audience. What would you call that?
A grainy yellow blob.
Exactly. Orangey, blobby piece, like nothing. You can't really even see
Yeah,
anything.
I see those all the time when I'm like looking at the sky and blinking my eyes really fast.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like when you like, if you look at the sun too long, you close your eyes and whatever's left like behind your vision when you close your eyes from looking at something too bright, that's what it looks like for sure.
It looks like
Yeah.
a giant cuttlefish.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Like the bottom are where it's like pushing, and then it's got like its little flaps hanging off.
Uh-huh. Rick cuddles with fish.
You got him.
What if they just imaged the world's largest cuttlefish? Hey guys, sorry, it wasn't Amelia Earhart, but we found the cuttlefish. Hey, all press is good press.
She was drinking liquid death too. I guess water's liquid death if you drink enough of it.
This is iced tea, so I could probably drink too much of this.
Fair enough. There's just no angles. It's like literally one image. Right away, people are calling him a moron. This guy named Rick Gillespie. He's an aviation historian and founder of the International Group for Historic Aircraft Recovery, or TIGHAR. Oh my God, I hate people like that. I hate these people. He thinks that the Deep Sea Vision is going to be disappointed when they find out their discovery has nothing to do with Amelia, obviously. He has an idea that it's like an aircraft. It's a North American FJ4 Fury jet fighter.
That was my second guess.
Yeah.
So
Where did he get that from? The serial number?
I'll tell you why. Because in 1961, it was reported missing for unknown reasons, which I find funny, but it was assumed it was ditched after a fuel exhaustion or as a result of a failed catapult shot, which catapult shots are crazy. I didn't know they did that. They just like chuck it in the air and hope it flies. Like they don't let it like take off. Sometimes they'll just like catapult it off the fucking ship. And like, I guess they didn't really explain why it went missing in 1961. They just said, yeah, it just went missing. So somebody fucked up. You know what I mean? And he knows about it because they have to report missing planes. And that's what that guy's into, right? Is like missing aviation stuff. And he thinks the same area of the North Pacific. So I kind of find that out.
what if Amelia Earhart, or what if the government knows what happened to Amelia Earhart, so they went into the ocean and flung another plane out there somewhere just to cover it up when one of them gets found, so they have a full plane.
The old distraction plane.
No, not a distraction plane, a cover your ass plane. So they could, if they needed to right now, they could declassify it and be like, see, we had to launch this one out into the ocean and we were testing the launcher or something.
Sure. But like,
what is the motivation for hiding where Amelia Earhart is?
Money.
Ah, right. And you've almost figured that out, so they better watch out.
The CEO, the guy, Tony Romero, for Deep Sea Vision, or they call it DSV, which cracked me up too, because when I was a kid, you guys are a little bit, I don't know if you guys watched that show, Sequest DSV or whatever, that like, it was like a Star Trek kind of show, but just at the bottom of the ocean. And they would like, one kid could talk to fucking fish, and he would like talk to a dolphin, who's the dolphin's name was Einstein. He was a super smart dolphin.
Oh shit. So I definitely not what you're talking about. Literally all I can think of is C Lab 2021. There's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon called C Lab, and I can't remember what it was, if it's C Lab 2020 or something. But anyways, like they got their hands on it, and it's kind of like they did with Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And they like re-edited it and like stitched it together to
I
be
like when they
like
do shit like that. That's not
yeah,
what I was
like a
thinking.
filthy adult cartoon, and
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to watch it all the time. It was like that was on before, like that was like right when Adult Swim became Adult Swim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 5 channels when I was a kid.
Oh, I had unfettered access to cable and insomnia, grades 5 or 1 through 5. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That'll do it. That'll make you watch all the fucking crazy midnight stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I was watching it before. I used to watch it so long that Adult Swim would give up, and then it would just switch to Looney Tunes on repeat.
Okay, well, that's kind of scary that's like looped in your brain more than any other thing probably at this
Till
point.
2 a.m. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, this this Tony Romero guy, the CEO of Deep Sea Vision, he actually like sold off his entire real estate investments, like his commercial real estate holdings, to fund the $11 million 16-person expedition to go look for Amelia and Noonan for their watery grave. Like he's just looking for their dead bodies at this point.
Mhm.
Does this guy not have a wife?
I tried to look him up more than I couldn't find a picture of him specifically, but I found pictures of people on his ship, and they definitely look like they're bored. Let's just say that.
Actually, like, this guy sounds weird. Is he single?
I'm just curious, like, oh, I've decided to fucking throw my life away to go do exactly what just killed a whole shit ton of people in a submarine. Did he consult with anyone on this?
That impresses you? That gets you going?
Yeah. Sign me up.
This is why I even bring this up, because I find this part interesting of the whole thing that I don't think I covered in the first episode. I was going to re-listen today, but I just didn't. They're following a theory that came out in 2018. I must have touched on it a bit, but I don't remember this specific. Maybe you guys can correct me. It's the theory that Noonan sent them in the wrong direction. I remember saying that, but I didn't remember saying this. So apparently, when they passed the international date line, like when the day turns back a day or whatever, Noonan forgot to put the calendar back a day. And apparently, and I couldn't figure out why, I'm guessing it's because of where the sun lands. This can put you off a bunch of kilometers. This would have put them off about 100 kilometers, 60 miles in the wrong direction. So, because they would have thought the sun would have been in a specific spot for the day, but it was the wrong day, which I find that super interesting. I didn't really realize that would fuck up. Nowadays, that wouldn't happen because we have GPS and shit like that. But back then, they were really relying on where the sun was on the horizon, right? Because I remember talking about that. So yeah, so Tony made a bunch of calculations, Mr. Romero here, and he said he's going to go find it. And then he buys what's called a Hugin 6000 underwater drone. I don't know if you guys want to pull. I'm not going to pull it up, but if you want to look at one of these, it's just a big unmanned submarine. It's just a big drone. They're not going down themselves. They sent like a robot thing. And it can go like
$6,000 drone.
No, it's called Hugin 6000 is what the name of it is.
Oh, how much did it cost?
I didn't know the exact price. I went on their website. Their website's really janky.
I can buy one from B&H Photo Video Audio for fucking $7,000.
No, not this one. This one here is specialized. He put a bunch of AI in it. It can go underwater 6,000 underwater, which is pretty fucking deep, 3.72 miles. And yeah, it works autonomously. Like they put an AI to go, like it surveys itself underwater. You literally just drop it in, you go for fucking lunch kind of thing, and then you come back and just gather the data. Like these Hugin things are typically used for like underwater mine sweeping, which I found kind of crazy too, and like mapping and other types of exploration underwater. So they sent out the Hugin thing and start sweeping the ocean around Howland Island. They end up surveying about 5,200 square feet. of the ocean. And this is basically what they come up with, a fucking blurry yellow, orange, low resolution sonar image. Romero's fucking convinced it's hers. Yeah, it's problem is people are naysaying this for a lot of reasons. Biggest thing is that the shape of what they found, it does look like a plane. Like, we'll give it that. It kind of looks like the shape of a plane. But if I pull up this here, if you look at it, it's the shape of a different kind of plane. Like the Lockheed plane that she has like straight wings. This has like wings that kind of like go on an angle.
I was looking for a detailed map, like what we have mapped underwater so far, and there's some project called Project 2030, but there's no like good
like
map.
that little drawing is the shape of her ship or her plane, sorry. So you can tell the wings are like twin engine wings are different than this plane. So people right away are like, it's not the same plane. Like they're already calling this guy out, which I kind of find fun. But he's going on the Today Show telling people like, I'd be shocked if it wasn't. I enjoy that this guy's doing this. I enjoy that he says he's gonna go back and get like, we'll talk about that in a second. So whatever happened to Amelia?
What if he goes down there and like everyone's like, this is bullshit, and then he doesn't come back for like a day, and they're like, okay, now he's dead, and then all of a sudden, he just flies the plane up out of the water. It's like da 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 da.
He's just got Amelia's skull in his hand, like
Yeah, he's waving with her bones.
Yeah, he's got a white flag on the bones. Don't shoot! It's just me, Romero.
But okay, if there was really something there, and it was either Amelia Earhart or some government plane, love that. But some government plane, wouldn't like the U.S. military have already gone to that location and been like, all right, we're gonna scoop up whatever that is? Because if it's their own technology, they don't want that getting out.
They wouldn't have been able to go that deep. Clearly, they can't. They kill people. The rich people get killed going that deep. Still, like they can't go that deep.
I just put down a giant like claw. You know?
Well, that's what his plan. His plan is to go down with and get some like photos now, like not just sonar. Now that he's going to go down in a year or two or whatever and go down and get some photo. He wants to get the tail wing so he can get the actual serial number of the plane to see if it's actually hers. If it ends up being that, then he's going to go down with, I would imagine, a giant claw or something. But like, how much more real estate do you have to sell there, Romero? Like, how much more capital do you got for this? Because it's not a cheap thing to fucking do any of that. It's still the leading theory. In fact, I don't remember reading this when I did it the first time either. Do you remember we talked about how somebody found some bones and like a chunk of plexiglass on like a little island called Nikumaroro? Nikumaroro. It's an island.
Okay, Scooby-Doo.
Roro. Remember they said they found bones and then it was discounted because they said it was male bones, but it was beside like an American made shoe and there was like American made like hand cream or something, and like they had the plexiglass that could have fit the plane. They're using it to like make a little camp. Apparently these guys from Tigar, like a forensic anthropologist who works for them, actually re-examined. Oh yeah, remember the bones went missing too? That was the other thing. So they can't even re-look at the bones. Anyways, so they went re-looked at the report. Apparently the original anthropologist from the 40s made a bunch of mistakes and those bones could have been Amelia's. And like, that's what people are leaning towards. They're saying the case is basically closed. She just died starving on that little foodless island.
Oh, thank God.
Which sounds a lot more likely and a lot shittier. Actually, I'd probably prefer to die drowning and be faster. You know what I mean? Like just.
But were there two sets of bones found there or only one?
There was only a few bones found there. So like, there were human bones. It just, there wasn't a complete skeleton there or anything like that.
That's just crazy to think that like, oh, it could be her or it could just be some other American ended up on this fucking deserted island. This is some crazy shit.
Someone ended up there and it was American for sure because a bunch of the stuff they found with it, plane parts too. So we're all American. Either way, whatever the orange blob is, like I said, he's convinced we're going to know in the next couple of years. Hopefully when he gets there, it'll be about a year from now. Then we could just do our third anniversary about like how he was completely wrong, you know? So get on it, Romero. You have 1 year. Figure this out for the dicks. That's all. That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good timeline. We can get 1 year. I'm trying to befriend him on social medias so I can tell him like, get on it.
Are you actually trying to befriend?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to try and talk to this guy. Are you kidding me?
Show him this.
I don't see it.
If you asked the cuttlefish to lean back into the right a little bit so it was tilted in the same direction, that's a fucking cuttlefish.
If you flip it over and that like the tail, what looks like the tail on the middle one is supposed to be like his
Could be that
tentacles.
too. It honestly could go either way.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
No, that ain't it.
Come
Yeah, but
on,
this-
don't be a
it
naysayer
would
on
be-
this one. This is a fucking cuddlefish. It's
It
gotta
would be
be a
No,
cuddlefish
I'm-
solve at some point.
I'm a cuddlefish denier.
Cuddlefish don't exist. It's like birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I distort this backwards?
Oh, now you
is
can distort it. You're just gonna fucking cheat.
fun.
Look, if they caught it at a fucking odd angle and it was there and it fucking had one leg up and
I know, but you can't take the scientific clip art of a cuddlefish and distort it for your own purposes.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, he can.
I mean, look what they did. They fucking put a measurement. There's no measurement on the other one.
It's true. It's so funny.
This thing could be fucking 3 inches wide.
Right,
Wow.
right. Yeah, cuddlefish can be way smaller than that, dude. It's a huge cuddlefish. Yeah. See, it doesn't fit at all.
Most times I'm going to be a naysayer on whatever you say, Rick, because I think it's funny. But today, you're a fucking genius, pal. And I'm with you. It's fucking cuddlefish for sure.
Nah, bro. Look at his hat's way too small.
It's just not every cuddlefish has the same
Yeah, not
size
every
hat, bro.
cuttlefish is gonna look exactly the same. All right, there's a lot of options here.
Yeah, I'm not liking any of them.
Actually, there was another one up here. Like it's just you got to get him to like the way he stands. You know, like this guy.
Can you please, for the love of God, export that image into like a JPEG for me so I can post it with the episode? Like when you had them all three side by side. When you had them all three side by side. Please, like, for the love of God, that's hilarious. Yeah, so maybe if I do talk to him, because I am going to try and befriend this guy. I want to talk to Tony Romero. I want to see how passionate he is about this. Maybe he'll come on the podcast and just interview me with me. And if he's like ready to talk, I'm showing him our evidence, and it's got to sway him. Rick, RJ's not convinced. What do you think it is? Instead, give us don't be a naysayer. Don't come with problems. Come with me solutions. RJ, what is it then?
Burden of proof lies on the shoulders of the believers, pal. All right, you can't. You gotta give me some more hard evidence. That's cuddlefish.
Did you not see it's pretty much the shape of the cuddlefish?
It is not pretty much the shape of the cuddlefish.
That opens the door to the possibility of a cuddlefish. And like, I'm not a deep sea explorer.
It could also be the jet transformer from Transformers because, like, let me share
that I understand more. Yes,
because
well, let's place the jet transformer beside him. Let's see what's going on.
I know. I'm trying. There's one where like he's gray, like from the movie. I think
it's JetScream, dude. What do you mean jet transformer?
JetScream?
Yeah, Scream. Like because he's a bad guy. The fuck is there not to get? He's a jet and he's evil.
I need a good one. None of these are like.
No, they're all perfect. Yeah, that one. I'm pointing. You can't see me.
Like you can see
That's
right
dead
there.
on.
His head.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking he was the other.
Oh, maybe
way.
the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, but he's a plane.
Yeah, he's a plane.
Yeah, he's a jet. His name is JetScream. Are you fucked?
I know, but I'm just saying we're comparing. I was saying it looks like this. No shit. Everybody else in the world thought it looked like him too.
Okay, put that one beside there too, so we'll take a vote on this episode. We'll see what people think: Cuddlefish or JetScream or Amelia's plane.
I don't need the measurement there, right?
We can put a fake scale of anything if we want.
Oh yeah, I mean, true. We can do what they fucking did.
Can you do me a favor? Can you mirror JetScream? Now keep him upside down. Yeah, look at that.
You want it like that on the.
It doesn't have to be. I just needed it for my own brain.
Oh, that actually worked really well.
Yeah.
Are you putting a fake scale beside them now? Because I did enjoy that.
Honestly, if you keep him right side up, you can just flip that shitty little image in the middle and no one will even know.
That is true.
Yeah,
that looks even more like a fucking cuttlefish now.
Nah, dude,
we're having a vote.
That's a silhouette of JetScream.
Go to our Facebook page.
Wait, hold on. I'll make this real. I'm gonna put a like versus a heart over the top, and that's how they're gonna pick.
I want people to give us an idea of what you guys think. Like it if you think it's a cuttlefish, and heart it if you think it's JetScream. And maybe we'll put, like, Rick's really into gambling. What kind of gambling can we put in? I'll give Rick.
I don't know if I can gamble across borders. What are the gambling laws in?
Well, it's just a friendly wager between friends, my friend. If you think it's cuttlefish, so if it's cuttlefish wins, Rick writes the next episode, If it's Jetstream, RJ writes the next episode. That's perfect.
What if people think it's actually Amelia?
These are odd prizes, but
I win both ways.
yeah.
I mean, none of my bets are final until I enter them into my bet slip. So
That's actually not fair because JetScream is so much cooler than a fucking cuttlefish. People are gonna love that.
Yeah, but there's also the cute factor. Like, I'm sorry, but a cuttlefish is way cuter than Jetstream.
How dare you?
wait, how are you saying this isn't fair?
Yeah.
Why? On which direction?
Oh, in favor, because that means I'm gonna have to write the episode because people gonna think JetScream is way less lame than a cuttlefish.
And I really do want you guys to accept this bet because I think this is a funny bet because Rick might have to write an episode. That would be
The problem isn't that not only do I not want to, that's part of the problem. The other part is I don't think I could. Like,
no, I won't make that. I won't make you guys pick that bet. I just think it would be funny.
No, I'll take it just because I don't mind doing it, and I'm confident that JetScream is gonna prevail.
Okay. And Rick, if you really fail on and you have to write the episode, and you end up not doing it, I have one already written.
all right, dibs.
Wait, but failing would mean the cuttlefish wins. So either way, he wins.
Remember how I said I'm really good at gambling? I just waited. I'm in. I win regardless.
No, but you try. That's my stipulations that you at least try. Or pick the subject. How's that?
Oh, I'd be cool with that because I'll help do it then too.
Ricky, final words. How do you want to end the episode? You get final words before you hear. I listen to Private Dicks and I think RJ's the funniest.
I was gonna say I don't know if I've ever heard the fucking outro.
You've never heard the podcast, so
No, that's not true. I have heard a few episodes, but it's like we've talked about this before. It's hard to go back and listen to yourself, like especially when you only have so much time in the day. You lived through the first 2 hours. Do you really want to go back and listen to it again? Like,
well, I find myself very funny, and additionally, I
find you very funny too.
Thank you. I did comedy for the better part of a decade, so I'm completely immune to hearing my own voice.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't even bug. I think honestly I laugh out loud when I listen to them.
No, it'll be crazy in a few years to go back and listen to one or two of them, and then in a few more years listen to a few more.
I just watched Private Dicks and I think RJ's the funniest.
What? Come on.